Okay, so what we're first going to do is unplug these SATA cable, which are in here, very tight. So let's just take these cables off first. This motherboard's not even screwed in properly, so we'll sort that out too. Unplug these fans, get rid of all these cables, take the USB 3 header off, which has just fell off. Well, that's not very good. Let's try and sort that back out. Let's get the main power off. Unplug these wires here. Okay, that's all those off. We have a SATA lead there, which we don't need on. Okay, so now let's get these screws out. Okay, we'll use the bigger one, as these screws have got stripped heads. And the wrong type of screw has been put in here. Not even got no weight supporting that GPU. And we can just get into there. I can't even. There we go. There is the graphics card. All nice and dusty, ready to be cleaned. The fans are not that bad, but still could do for clean. Also try and clean the ports up a little bit. Next, we need to get out is the motherboard. My screwdrivers are magnetic, so it helps keep the screws on the end of the driver so they don't fall off. There's many more screws up there. There's one in there. That one doesn't seem to want to come out. Go. There's just one more screw to get out. Which is up here. And there we go. Now this should just come out nicely. I forgot to take the back fan off, but there is a motherboard. Give that a nice clean. It is an Asus Q170M-C an LGA 1151 socket, and that CPU cooler really does need a good clean. All that's left now is to clean this PC case, the motherboard and the graphics card. We'll probably give the power supply a clean also, but we can do that later on. First of all, I need to try and find out how these fans come out. Okay. So, what we are going to do is take out the memory first, as they will need to be given a good clean. They're quite stuck in there. And to answer one of the questions that were left in the comments on my on the previous video, the short clip that I shot of this motherboard, the PC, the customer that I'm cleaning this for brought all these from CX. There was meant to be a quad bundle, but when he received them, he received 3 of the Corsair Vengeance and this ugly ground stick, which is horrible. I don't even know what, it's an 8GB stick. Not sure what frequency it runs at. Oh, there we go, 2133. It's a 2133 MHz stick, and yet these ones are Gen 6. These are for a Gen 6 2x8 sticks, so that's what that should have been. There was 4 of these, but there was in dual channel config, so there's 2 8GB to make 16, so altogether there's 32 gigabytes of memory. Yes, that's the same one. 2400 megahertz. This one is also 2400 megahertz, as it was from the same pack, and this one here is also 2400 megahertz. So yes, it would have had dual channel memory across all 4 ports, but no, it doesn't because of CX. So I wouldn't advise buying memory sticks from CX if you're after a bundle. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get unlucky, because you know, when you buy online, they don't always pick the orders up until like after 12 or 4 PM, and by then someone could have gone to a store and picked the item that you wanted, and therefore you lose out. So first we're gonna we're gonna take off the CPU cooler, and we're gonna find out what CPU is on this board. It needs a good clean. Now I do have some IPA. Oh, that's stuck on there. That's solid. It's not good when thermal paste is that solid. Oh, that's why. That is just too much thermal paste on there. Oh. Sorry if you can hear my birds in the background, by the way. They are a pair and they are in breeding season. So they are getting it off. Yeah, I'm shocked at how much thermal paste is on there. It's not even been tightened down correctly. I'm surprised it's even working. Okay, so I'm going to need to clean that up somehow. What do we do? Okay, I'm just going to get an old cloth and just clean it off. A sponge. I'm just going to get a sponge and clean it off. Because that's all I can do for now. I'm just looking for my IPA, which I seem to have misplaced. Okay, let's just try and clean this off as best as we can. That is way too much thermal paste. There's all hair in this motherboard as well. Surely that can't be good. There's hair everywhere. That is just filthy. I'm getting it everywhere now. Look at that, there's just a big clump of it there. That is just, there's no need for that amount of thermal paste. How do I even get this out without getting thermal paste on? There we go. Right, I'm just going to clean this off as best as I can. Just put a little CPU. Okay, that's as clear as I'm going to get that for now. I need something to wipe my hands on. Get all this thermal paste off. I'll try and wipe off this socket here as well. That is just horrible. I've recently run out of Q-tips, also I'll be using Q-tips on this right now. I have ordered some, they are coming off Amazon. The customer wants this back ASAP. So let's just bring you over here a moment. Just close that for now. Just move that a moment. Over to there. And then we can clean this CPU off. I have got some IPA which I'm going to find in a moment. So I'm just going to pause the video after I've cleaned this. I'll just put you there, hopefully you can see without my big arms blocking the view. And now we can see what CPU we have. We have the Core i7 6700K. Just turn it around, I don't know if you can see that. There we go. i7 6700K. And look at this thermal paste, it's just everywhere. I need to be gentle cleaning this. I just don't want to get everything everywhere. I'll be back in a sec. I'm just going to look for my IPA. Okay, so now I have my IPA. I also have got some tissue. Let's give that a light spray. Make sure we get all that horrible thermal paste off there. There we go. Here's the front. As best I can get that clean with how much thermal paste was on there. Okay, so let's turn it over. Just clean the back end. Get all these gold contacts all clean. Get some fresh tissue paper now, and then we can wipe these all down. There we go. That is one clean CPU. Then we can get rid of all of this thermal paste that's on the cooler, because it is literally everywhere, and it's horrible, very horrible. It's really, if you're with thermal paste in your CPU, make sure when you put thermal paste on and you're putting your cooler on, it doesn't matter what cooler it is, if it's got 4 corners, go 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, because that doesn't apply equal pressure when you put in the heatsink on. It just puts it all onto one side, so then your thermal paste gets squashed all over to one side. Whereas if you do it 1, 2, 3, 4, it gets spread evenly. So just remember that next time when you're applying thermal paste. There we go, that's all the bottom of that cleaned. Now we can turn our attention to the top. Now, how does this cooler come off here? Is it linked on? Or I'm not sure. But how do we get it off? I think I can see there's 4 screws inside there. Let's see if we can get these out. There's one, and there's that one there. No, there is one more somewhere. Let's see if I can turn it around. There we go. There's the last screw, and then this should hopefully drop off. Well, just lift off. There we go. Look at all that nice lovely dust. I'm just going to try and get this away slowly. Okay, I've now got my hoover. I'm just going to disconnect the pipe. Okay, so now that's all cleaned, let's spray some IPA of this. There we go. Now we can just get some bit of tissue and just wipe this down. Now we've got the fan. Just look at the state of that. Before I even touch that with a brush, it's time to get the hoover out again. Right, now that is all done. Can I get my brush in there to clean that? Right, it's loosening it. So I'm going to do it the hard way and just do it like this for now. Oh, don't forget the edges and the edges. Sorry if everything is moving. This mat I have, it's not very grippy. There we go. Look at all that dust. Time for the hoover again. Oh, that really hurt. Right, now we can spray this with some IPA. Same with the bottom. And then we can get some tissue. And just give it a wipe down. There we go. That's that part all clean. Now we'll do the underneath, which is more tricky to get to. Right then, there we go. That is all that nice and clean. Let's just give it a little spin just to help dry off. There we go. It's not the best, obviously, because the plastic has seen better days. But there we go. There's the finished result. All that dust has now gone. Just need to clean the outside of the ridge here, so we can get that done. Now just spray a bit of IPA. And there we go, all clean. Now the hard part is trying to get this back on, trying to get it lined up with all of these screws, which keeps wanting to turn for some reason. There, that is all lined up now. So now I should be able to, hopefully, yep, this is going to be really fiddly. Is that in? I'm not sure. There we go. That's not what I wanted to happen. The plastic's very brittle on these. Okay, second screw. Obviously, I'm going to speed this up. There we go, that is the CPU cooler and the CPU, which I'll just get here. CPU and CPU cooler is now all cleaned. Now what we are going to clean is these memory sticks, because they are all filthy. Mainly this one. I guess this one's been close to the fan or the CPU, not the CPU, the case fan. So we're just gonna get some IPA on these. I'm just gonna give them a wipe down. Make sure we get the pins too. Make sure there's no dust on them or dirt. Grime. Okay, now we can flip them all over and just clean the back end. Again, just give them a wipe over with this brush. This has sort of come off thanks to the IPA. There we go, they all look better now. Let's give them all a wipe down now. And there is all the memory sticks completely clean. They all now look 100 times better than what they was. There we go. There's all the back. The front is also nice and clean. And then we have this dodgy, ugly looking one. This one looks like it's a memory stick from the 1990s. I won't lie. It looks absolutely horrible. Looks like something that belongs in an IBM PC. Okay, so we'll go on to the next part now, which hopefully should be the motherboard. Okay, so I've gone ahead and put the CPU back in to the socket. Give me 1 second. There's a very loud ice cream van coming up the road. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is install, not install, sorry. What I'm gonna do now is clean all this dust off here. Just wipe it all off. What I can get to anyway. I need to be really gentle around the caps, so I don't want none of them to drop off. Just clean all down here. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, look at all that dust that's left on my mat. And now we can just spray some IPA. And then just give it a wipe over. Let's not forget all the ports. There we go. That is now all clean. I'm just going to try and just wipe all the metal bits down. Get all these stains off. That was left behind by the brush that I was using. This also. Right, there we go. What do you all think of that? Nice and clean. Just a few little marks that I can clean up off camera. So that is now the motherboard done. Just flip it over and look underneath. Oh, that's fine. Just give it a little wipe over. This motherboard's got quite the bend to it, actually. It's very bent. You can see where it's curved. I think it's been tightened too tightly in the case. But yes, there we go. Our motherboard is tidy. And now we can go ahead and put the thermal paste on. And before that, I was going to just dab a bit of IPA on there to get rid of any residual marks. There we go. That is now all clean. So let's put a bit of Arctic MX4. There we go. That should be more than enough. Now what we want to do is make sure all of these feet are not bent in any way. And then we want to push down, turn these round, and then push that way, turn you round, and then push you down that way, and then push you, and then just this one here. There we go. That's you are down. There we go. CPU cooler is now intact. Now just attach the cable here. So that is all done. Motherboard is all clean. And now we can move on to the next part, which is going to be the graphics card. So I will see you then. Okay, so now what we are going to do is clean this graphics card. Now it's not that dirty, I know, but it could still do with clean. So you shan't leave it out with the rest. The back part obviously is very dusty, covered in dust. This is a GTX 750 Ti overclocked edition with 2GB of DDR5 VRAM. So it's not that bad. So we're going to take off, we'll take off the heatsink first. Okay, now this should just come off like so. You need to be careful because there is a fan connector underneath here. And yes, thermal paste has been squashed again. There was hardly no thermal paste on there. As you can see, absolutely nothing on there. I'm surprised that this GPU hasn't melted. Dear me. Oh, whoever put thermal paste on these components really don't know what they are doing. Let's clean it up. This poor GPU has been suffering. There's the thermal paste off there. Best I can get it off. Let's get off this heatsink, which is full of dust as well. Will that come off? Or was it? No, we need to get the screws off first. Okay, I can't find my toothbrush, so it looks like it's just going to be a normal brush. So I'm just going to soak that in some IPA. Let that soak for a few seconds. Also, the heatsink can have a soak in IPA for a few seconds. Spray that with some IPA. It's got some of it off, and some of it is absolutely solid. Yeah, so I've just started my channel out, so I don't have all the required tools at the moment, so I'm just using what I have on hand to clean these parts. But hopefully in the future I'll be able to get some proper cleaning tools to clean these boards with and get some more safer techniques in store. I do have a Patreon. I'm going to link it into my video soon, and buy me a coffee also. Hopefully my viewers will be kind enough to donate to the channel to help me grow and help me towards purchasing some new cleaning products, new cleaning equipment and stuff like that. So it makes it easier and makes the content of my channel a lot more enjoyable. So now that I've cleaned the thermal paste off, I'm just going to go across with this brush. Pick this up from the pound store when everything was a pound in the pound store. I went in there called Poundland, but now everything is not a pound anymore. Okay, so now let's get a bit of tissue and just go around. Just wipe all this dust off that's been left behind, the residue. Also, sorry about the heavy breathing. I do have a health condition, so I'm really sorry about that. But I'm trying not to let it get in the way of what I like doing, which is retro computers and also cleaning computers, and also bringing modern computers back to life. And by modern, I mean computers that Microsoft have abandoned, and they're going to cause a lot of e-waste, which is why there is a few videos of Windows 11 on my channel, because as well as retro, I want to save as much technology as I can from going to e-waste. Okay, now let's see if we can dust this off without leaving any residue marks. It's what I wanted my toothbrush for, but I can't seem to find it. I specifically purchased a toothbrush just for things like this, and it's gone walkies. Okay, let's just get rid of most of this dust off here, off the back. There we go. That is all that clean. I'm just going to let that dry now. And now we can get on to the heatsink itself. So let's just get some bit of tissue and clean this pad there. Right then, now it's time to get the fans out. So let's see if these are, yes, there we go, they are magnetised. How do we get this off? There's some clips here. There we go. There's the heatsink off there. And then we should be able to get these fans out over here. So. To allow us to clean. Let's disconnect that one. Let's get that one out. And then we can just get this one. Is that in socket? No. So try and push that through there. There we go. We have no access to the fans, which we can now clean. Look how dirty those are. The same as that one. First of all, what I'm going to do is just try and wipe it down with some tissue, paper towel, whatever you want to call it. just a little bit more left. There we go. The tops just need a dusting. A quick wipe over, and there's that one. Now doesn't that look a lot better? Looks a lot cleaner than compared to that one. So I'm just going to let that sit over there to dry out. That spray in IPA, and let's do the same again. This time, this will eat away at all that dust. And we'll just change over, give that a wipe over, and there we go. That is that one, also clean. I'm just going to leave that to dry. And now we have this heatsink, which is also very dusty on the top side. So this calls for the Hoover again, Mr. Hoover. Let's just move these little screws so I don't suck them all up, because that would be a disaster. Okay, so now that is all clean. I'm just going to give it a spray, some IPA, just to break off some of the hard bits. There we go, that is all that clean, nice and clean. So I'm going to come back when all this is dry and we will reassemble the GPU. Okay. So we just need to clean this off. Okay, so this has now been at a swill underneath the tap. Just need to wait for it to dry out. Give it a little helping hand with some tissue. Make sure all the air vents nice and clean and dust. And just flip it over. There we go, nice and clean. Just need to get rid of this. Some light dust on here still, even after it's been under the wash. Okay, that's as clean as I can get it. Better than it was before. So now we need to get these fans installed. Okay, so first of all we need to put this wire in through there. Get that. Hopefully you can see. I'm sorry if you can't, but I will show you in a sec. There's just a wire there. This has an adapter on, so it has to go through there. There's a little hole there, and then we can just pull this up like so, and then we should be able to run it down to there, and then this one we can just put through to there, and then we can connect that into there like so, and then that can go, can that that go down there? Like so. Yeah, I think it does. That can go in there. Yeah, just get that down into there, like so. Then we can flip this over, and hopefully we can get them to click into place. Then we can get all those screws screwed in. I thought these was screwed into the heatsink, but they are not. There goes number 3, sorry. So we've got all 6 screws in, and hopefully they are in the right way. I think they are. I haven't put one in backwards. That wouldn't be good. It still looks a bit dusty, I'm not sure why. It seems to be stuck onto the plastic. But anyway, it's a lot cleaner than what it was. Maybe if I had some better brushes, I could get it looking a lot cleaner than what it is now. So now we're going to put the heatsink back in here, and that just goes in. I want to make sure it gets in the right way. Okay, so maybe it goes on that way. Yeah, that's the right way. That's all that on. And we can clip that back into place. Number and date code 2015, 19th of the 11th 2015 this GPU was made. So that makes it 10 years old. A 10-year-old GPU. Wonder how this bad boy do on modern games. Okay, so that is all that back together. Now we can carry on with cleaning the die area. Make sure that's got no marks that shouldn't be on there. As you can see, it's all nice and clean, boring a few little marks on the PCB. So we can put some thermal paste onto there. Now I don't know how much exactly to put on here, so I'm just going to put a pea-sized amount on there. We can hopefully get all this connected. And does this go that way? I'm guessing it does because of the fan header, which we can connect before we attach it to the heatsink. There we go, and then hopefully that's not right. There we go. That is all that connected. Now we can just put these screws in. GPU is now nice and clean, and that should go in nicely. Although we do have these little marks, which I'm not sure what these are. Hopefully we can try and get rid of those. that should be fine. So we've got the GPU done, memory sticks are all cleaned, CPU is cleaned, motherboard's cleaned, CPU cooler is cleaned. The only thing we have left to do now is the power supply. Okay, just look at the state of these fans. Look at all that dust and hair and things. You can tell someone clearly smokes in his house, in this where this computer is, in the property. They also have pets, which obviously like to go near these fans. That's why there's a lot of hair. I will show you the transformation when I have cleaned these all. Okay, so now we are on to the fans. Let's just untangle this wire here first. Doesn't need to be tied up like that. There we go. That is all those fans cleaned. Just need now a wipe down with a wipe or something like that. So let me just get these cleaned up off camera, then I will be back and we can fit them back into the case. we are on to the final part of this cleaning, and that is just the power supply. I am physically tired. This has taken me 6 hours almost, just over 6 hours to clean and record this video, so I really do hope you enjoy it. First, I need to, what we're going to do now is remove this power supply fan. Do not go inside the power supply if you don't know what you're doing. There is high voltages inside this power supply, in any power supply, and as really big capacitors. And this hasn't been plugged in for 3 days, so I know that any leftover voltage has now been discarded. And there we go. There is the power supply fan, nice and clean. I just need to find these last two screws, which have disappeared, but they're on my desk somewhere. I just need to find them. I will put them back in off camera. But now what I need to do, I can't film it at the moment because I don't have enough space on my desk. So I'm going to put the entire PC back together now, and I will show you the end result when it is all back together. And here is the finished result from a dusty, grubby, grimy, filthy PC to a PC now that looks tidy and respectable in anyone's home. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Thank you for your support.